This is Greg Orloff with IIoT World, and I'm down here at the ARC Industry Leadership Forum in our sunny Orlando. And I'm joined today by two gentlemen from Yokogawa Corporation. To my right, we have Dave Emerson, and Dave is the Vice President of the U.S. Technology Center for Yokogawa. And on my left, we have Mark Hammer, and he is the OPA Product Manager. So welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Being here. Thanks for carving out some time to chat. I know you've got a tremendous amount of work and you each have expertise in the OPA side of the business in terms of aligning and standardization of a lot of these initiatives. So maybe if we can just kick off, what global open process automation systems is Yokogawa supporting currently, and are they aligned with OPAS right now?
Maybe I'll start off. Mark can always go into more detail.
Perfect.
Get down beyond my level. But Yokogawa has been a member of the OPAP organization for many years since the very beginning. And as we saw it come together and grow, we realized this is a trend that made so much sense for the industry and for us as a company. So we want to be a system integrator for OPA systems. We'll also be a supplier of components, but most importantly, we want to be an OPA system integrator. And so we have been developing and delivering systems to different customers around the world on OPA systems. And we've been fortunate for the last few years to be ExxonMobil's OPA testbed system integrator. And we've been working as their OPA system integrator for their field trial system, which is in development and staging in our Factory 4 in Sugar Land, Texas. And we hope to deliver and install for ExxonMobil this year.
Outstanding.
And to extend that, right, Petronas has put in a small system on their in-step. We have also published test beds with Reliance. Shell has a couple. And so getting a lot more interest globally on all these different systems out there.
So are all of these components that we're talking about, these OPA, products, are they available currently, or are they coming on the pipeline? What's the bridge gap to that, if you can speak to that too?
They're all coming out, and they're all going to be aligned, right?
Okay.
So there's not a certification process yet for OPAS products, but we want to be aligned with what's going on out there. So, and a lot of the good suppliers, whether Stahl or AS Rock or Phoenix, working collaborative to bring this technology out here.
Excellent. Well, maybe I'm going to ask both of you if you could share for a minute. What do you see in terms of the future for the process automation industry? Take out your crystal balls and just kind of give me, because we've heard a lot of stuff going on this week at the forum about.
Well, if I could back up before I get to the crystal ball.
Sure, by all
means.
means.
The reason Yokogawa saw OPAP as the right thing at the right time is since the very first DCS came out in the 70s, which were totally proprietary, all the way down to the circuit boards. Open information technology has been coming in. First, one of the first things I saw as a young engineer was a Matrox video board that went into a PC. And then PCs could be the operative support. That used to be total proprietary stack.
Sure.
Unix came in, Ethernet came in to the Factory 4. People never thought it would. What we used to sell as an operative station for tens of thousands of dollars is a few $1,000s now, based upon Windows. What we see is this is an inevitable move of information technology down the OT, operation technology stack, and OPAP is accelerating that, bringing in IT partners, and really it's going to open up the controller level, the software level, and eventually the I/O level.
Are you seeing it being embraced, worldwide? Is there friction? I mean,
globally, I was just in India talking to customers over there, and they continue to request more and more information on stuff. So Southeast Asia down there and the Middle East, we have customers here today that are talking to us. So it's global. It's not just the U.S.
Operating companies all face an obsolescence problem with 40 or more years of DCSs and PLCs. And so the idea of being able to put in an OPA system and have it remain evergreen without a big brick replace to upgrade or plant shutdown to upgrade, that's very attractive to them. And there's a lot of interest in how to do that, and there's a lot of interest in trying to support the program to make it work.
Fascinating. All right, now give me your crystal balls. How long is this going to take for global adoption? What are you seeing as the runway for these initiatives?
think ExxonMobil, they're stepping forward and they've started this whole initiative and continue to lead it. They are going to put an OPA system in to a production facility, and when that's up and running, they told us that they want to bring people in to look at it and see it and talk about it. So I think that's going to generate a whole new wave of interest and a whole new wave of serious as a companies wanting to say, how can we put this in?
You share that perspective, Mark? Is it...
Absolutely, but I think to expand that is, why are people going to do more of it other than just cost of ownership? We've seen a lot of stuff on AI, machine learning. We saw function block stuff today from Dave Emerson about the applications that go in there. And that's where I think this is really going to take off. We can put OPA on top of brownfield gear, and that some of the people are already looking at how to do that. But it's just applications. We talk about the PhD in the corner doing a catalyst model or something. And today that's an expensive proposition to bring into it. Tomorrow with OPA, plug it in, oh, it didn't work. Didn't lose anything, right? And try something else. And so I think that integration of all of these future things, and again, back to the younger generation, they're not doing COBOL, we're not doing Pascal in these systems. You don't have to kind of understand that as, oh, we got Python, oh, you got that, you got some Node-RED, awesome. This stuff is just going to let us really optimize and I think bring a whole new level of automation and optimization to the process plants.
Along those lines, I talk about cost saving and obsolescence, but the real key may well be the value that companies will get by bringing this new software in, like Mark said, whether it's a new advanced control thing that someone discovered in Brazil, like we heard about today,
right,
or some other startup that comes up. It used to be so hard for them in a proprietary system to get their equipment to work in there. With an OPA system, you're going to be able to access that OPCUA data, read and write as permissions are applied. It is all a very secure system, but you'll be able to bring that new technology in. We've taken our Yokogawa shell advanced process control, which used to run in big models and servers, and we've run it on an industrial PC on a small model right next to the function blocks and the processors that are running the I/O.
Wow.
And so it really enables value creation.
It changes the way you think about it. You have to change the way you think about process control.
Is there a portion of this initiative as well that's addressing kind of retroactively the legacy equipment, or how is that being dealt with?
Yeah, so you look at all the new technology, and you can't take new technology and put it in a controller. Mm-hmm. But can I take this new controller and bring that into a communications format that I can now utilize and communicate with? So absolutely. So that's where these brownfield we're looking at with some architectures of maintaining legacy control, or even going forward. Some of these guys are like, look, I like my legacy control. I don't want to change that core structure because that's control. Mm-hmm. But I want to take advantage of all the artificial intelligence, machine learning tools that they're coming out. So how do we merge all that together?
We have a major customer that says they want to upgrade to OPA by repair. So as they want to replace controllers or HMIs, they are asking us just to bring OPA components into a Yokogawa Centum
phase it out
DCS
and
phase it out. And so, someday we'll just switch over. And we have capabilities to do that.
Yep.
And that's what we're working with them now to bring into our systems.
Fantastic. Well, being that the theme of this entire event was accelerate transformation in the age of artificial intelligence and cybersecurity, and I think the last component was sustainability, which has got a lot of rejuvenated buzz, I would say. Any key takeaways from your perspectives from what you've heard this week?
I do want to pick up on the cybersecurity piece of that because OPA is secure by design, and the work that our team has done from the assessments and all the software as we pull these systems together, it's really been a learning curve for everybody. And you're going out to all the suppliers, applications, hardware, and getting the cybersecurity assessments, and then applying that from a systems integration point of view, making your system secure. So it's a very different approach than, we're just going to put a wrapper around and put a firewall and a diode and don't touch me. No, it's how do you two talk together? How do I talk to you? And you two talk differently than I two talk because of the security model. So there's a whole integration there that that we're having to get used to, but it's a great learning. So
On the sustainability side, we have a lot of customers who, operating companies, are looking at, renewables, hydrogen, all types of activities of all the energy transition, which has been talked about this week,
Right.
and they don't necessarily want to take a 40-year-old architecture of a control system and apply it to that new. So they're saying, well, look, can we bring this modular, control technology in? It's highly virtualized, so therefore it's much easier to deploy different machines, and say, whether it's a wind farm, hydrogen, facility, or some microgrid, they want a different type of control system. So we can see a lot of interest for OPAS systems from that community.
maybe I can expand on that just a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
please.
Because you take the hydrogen hub concept, right, from wind, solar through hydrogen generation, electrolyzers to shipping. We still do that today, but we might do a DCS here and a SCADA over here. They don't want that complexity, right? They want to have a common infrastructure, and then everything becomes a workload. Microgrid management, hydrolyzer management, right, et cetera, et cetera. They become workloads in this technology stack. And then, we're going to bring on a new wind farm. Oh, that's got a different turbine. Great, no problem. We got a different, hydrogen generator, right? Boom. All of a sudden, it becomes workloads and plug-in workloads and things like that. So,
Fantastic. Thank you both for sharing, and best of luck and safe travels back.
Thanks. Great opportunity to talk with you. Thank you.
thank you very much. Enjoyed it.